first current event is what we've been talking about for the last few weeks. The replacement, or they're not saying it's a replacement, but a new guy that's coming in for the UFC to commentate is Todd Grisham. I don't know if you guys heard of him before.
Brennan?
They're just add him to like the rotation.
Yeah.
I don't think he's the replacement for Mike Goldberg. I think they're down a guy, right? So Goldberg's out, so they need another guy in the rotation.
Yeah.
Is that picture from the 50s? Is that a young? Is that a young
Oscar De La
Frank
Hoya?
Griffin Jr.
Yeah.
or whatever?
Is he wearing a zoot suit? Was that East LA right before the riots?
Who is that? Which one are we talking about here?
The guy on the left,
This guy,
the white guy.
What's he doing with his boyfriend there? That guy's a fresh-faced young twink. What's going
See,
on? with that?
I think they're just adding him into the rotation. You're not going to see him on the next pay-per-view. I don't know for sure.
Yeah, that's what they're saying, though.
On the next pay-per-view?
No, they're saying it's just adding it
rotation,
to the
yeah, because they're down a
But
guy.
it's just the
They're
timing.
going to have a guy in-house take over for Mike Goldberg.
Okay.
I would assume it's Anik and Rogan.
they're great. Yeah, but that guy.
Well, they've
couldn't
never
look-
worked together, but yeah.
That guy couldn't look more normal, huh? He's
Well, how do you want him
every
to
man.
look?
No, he's just every man, ain't he?
Well, announcers more.
I mean, that's Bryan Callen. That's anybody else. That's just a.
Well, they're not hiring him to win the
Yeah, they're
belt.
not
He's gonna
hiring
be
him to
talking.
fucking. He's not fighting.
He's an announcer.
He's not fucking. He's not going to have on a fight kit that they're trying to sell.
No, I understand, but I've never heard
They
of him.
couldn't find chemo. They got this guy. No, he's just
Does he
announcing.
know the fight game, though, is what I'm asking?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, he does. Okay, I just haven't seen it before.
You got to do the background check
Okay.
on the guy before
Well,
you
that's
start
what I'm-
hating on
that's
him.
what I'm
the
not
UFC
hating
not
on
going to. If the UFC wanted to hire a guy who doesn't know fighting, they would have brought in fucking,
Yeah, whoever.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean
Regis Philbin or something.
He's ESPN and WWE veteran Todd Grisham. Okay. What
I mean, he was one of the very first guys that Chin and I were talking about this that was on ESPN talking about UFC.
Okay. Knows his shit. Very good.
And
All right.
last time I saw him was on Glory Kickboxing, and it was on UFC. You know, I mean, it's not going to rumble the. It's not.
Yeah. I'm gonna miss.
It does nothing. It's like.
I'm gonna miss Goldie a lot.
Yeah.
I think he was
that's it. This is my issue with WME and the UFC. If you're gonna get rid of Goldie, and I know he's had his personal issues, you better bring someone in who's gonna bring some heat.
Yes. That's what I mean.
That's like, God, you know what I'm saying? This is like replacing Rocky Road with fucking Vanilla Ice
Well,
Cream.
there you go.
If Rocky Road was fun as fuck, there's a lot of cool stuff in there.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to replace that with lavender or some caramel mix.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You gave me vanilla.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I want a little color. Look, if it comes with some issues, sometimes issues make for a pretty interesting fella.
A colorful fella.
My good friends in my inner circle have deep-seated issues. See Dov Davidoff, fucking guy comes to my house. I meet him last night. He didn't stop pacing the house. He didn't stop moving. He's got some issues, but he's fun to be around.
He's a light hypervigilant.
I wouldn't like him if he didn't have issues.
That's what I'm saying.
But the thing is, with this, I think with WME and UFC, you have this nut of $4 billion. You want to do some things where other news outlets pick it up and the common fan goes, whoa,
Yes.
they got fucking name somebody, anybody. They got LL Cool J to be an announcer.
Yeah.
Right.
Something.
Yes.
Something that's going to at least create some sort of
Did you not get a call about this? All bullshit aside.
I didn't. No.
You didn't?
No. What you got to realize,
Yeah.
I think there's bigger personal issues that I think would prevent that from happening.
Yeah, you are you saying that maybe you burnt some of the bridges that would lead to that?
Which I don't understand why. Really, when you think about it, the grand scheme of things, and don't get me wrong, I'm not vying for a fucking job.
You
with
and
UFC.
Rogan though would be
Yes.
pretty awesome.
Yes, but yeah, when you think about it, why?
Do you know fighting? Could you do commentating on fighting?
Yeah, do I?
But I mean,
could I add some personality
do you know what I'm
to it? No, I hear you.
And what happened to Chael Sonnen?
I don't know. Oh, well, he's signed with Bellator.
Okay, he's signed with Bellator.
And he's doing play-by-play with Bellator.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm
And he's
just
got
surprised.
the Ortiz fight coming up, too.
Yeah.
I'm just very surprised that Brennan Schaub didn't get at least.
Really?
I am. I am.
I'm a
because
CAA guy.
I know I understand all the reasons. I'm just saying that if you like ratings and you want some color, I'm looking for color.
I might be too much color.
You and Rogan together after proving yourselves, after getting 2 million downloads on the Big Brown Breakdown and growing after what you've done on a podcast.
Yeah.
And again, do you know fighting? Would you feel? Are you nervous about it? I'm asking a question.
Could I do it in my sleep and be better than 99% of the world? Maybe.
Would you dress? Is that the suit you'd wear? Or would you, no, I'm asking. Is it radio? Is it only radio?
Is it only radio?
Because if it was just radio,
have I hosted Sports Center before?
If it was in the 50s, I'm all about this guy, and I'm not hating on him. I love him, but I didn't know that we were in the time machine. I was just wondering if it made sense to get a 33-year-old who'd been in the UFC, who's got a little color and ready. Maybe even a little humor.
Yeah.
It's a question. Yeah. It's a question.
Well, it's like Mike Goldberg was a fucking Maserati, and then you're like, I'm going to trade this in, and then you pull in a Passat. The fuck is that?
And you didn't get a call.
No, sir.
I'm just
I think
curious.
if they're in the war room, I don't think there's a guy in that room that has the balls goes, what about Brendan Schaub? Get out! Yeah. Get the fuck out!
Maybe.
But I understand that
Too outspoken.
That's the reason you should be there. But look,
I
you
don't
guys,
think they see it that way.
I don't know how many listeners we have, but if you guys want to tweet at the UFC, I just don't understand why you wouldn't at least give Big Brown a shot.
Give it the kid a shot.
Do you know Rogan? You guys seem to. I'm asking questions.
You're so stupid.
I'm asking questions. Do you
You're
know?
making this
Do you feel
awkward.
comfortable with Rogan, and do you feel comfortable calling a fight? That's all I'm asking. Have you had experience? I know Todd's done a lot of fighting. I know he's been around the UFC. I know he dresses. I know he dresses like. I know he dresses in gray suits, and I like gray. I do like gray.
Yeah.
I can't see him right now. I can't pick him out. It's like looking for a needle in a needle stack, to borrow Sam Tripoli's thing about looking for Bobby Lee at the Korean Day Parade. The bottom line is this. I'm sorry to go on about this, but did you not even get a call? Don't you wear maroon felt blazers? Don't you take a size 54 jacket? I just wouldn't mind seeing the shoulders
right
and that slick back hair at 33.
Yeah.
I can't understand. I guess you haven't proven that
don't know.
you're a draw. I don't know what else a man has to do. Do you need more than 5 million
Or maybe
downloads?
Brendan's just not willing to sing doo-wop professionally, which is what this guy's built to do, clearly. Maybe if we get Brendan an ash can and a fire at night in Philly, they'd give him a shot, for Christ's sake. Todd Grisham.
That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, give the
know,
Panther Tail a shot.
I'm
That's all.
sweating.
And I think Todd is a great name.
It sure is.
Yeah.
It seems to go with that suit. I'm not trying to hate on the guy. I'm sure he's great. I don't know nothing about him. I'm actually
vanilla ice cream.
I'm a little shocked.
Yeah.
It's vanilla ice cream, and the salt and cherry that I bring isn't for everybody.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want a little brandy.
There's some other networks that like me, though.
Little
You know
brandy,
this.
yeah.
There's some other networks who are in the
Not
beef
just
shop
some,
business.
not some. I mean, last time I checked, there are more than some.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if you're part of the
to be honest, I never thought about it. I really never even thought about
Well,
it.
I hadn't either until I'm looking at that going, what happened to Brendan Schaub there? I'm literally the only thing I can think of is you're just so much taller than Joe that they'd have a problem framing.
Goldberg was tall, too, though.
Goldie's about my height. You're a big guy.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen him in a while. I love that guy.
Again, you're not photogenic, I guess.
Yeah, I do have a face for radio.
That's just not true. I'm
The
just
fact that
trying-
this guy's doing anything but being a maitre d' somewhere in Beverly Hills is incredible.
and he'd be a
The
great
fact
mayor.
that he's not getting
that's
my
right.
fucking car at Del Frisco's is crazy.
It's just
the fact
we're
that he's not standing behind a pair of golf clubs right now trying to sell somebody on a 9-iron is incredible. Sir, are you a pro shop with a suit on? Look at that head.
Well, look, if he showed up at Avis behind the counter, I would get.
I would have no idea.
I want the
if he
mid-size.
came in right now, it was
Yeah.
like, fellas, you have mail at the front. Okay, get out. I would.
That's right.
I want the mid-size.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering.
I want the mid-size.
I'm just wondering why
Yeah. No, that is
you
vanilla.
didn't even
We
get
just
to
roasted
take a-
this Todd
Yeah, poor
Grisham.
guy.
God bless Todd.
Yeah.
God bless Todd. I'm sure I would love him.
gotta
I
get that
just,
head.
Good for him. Get the opportunity.
of course,
I mean, I'm sure
the
you do
opportunity.
great.
I just wanted to know why you didn't get at least a couple cuts at the
Too
pitch.
colorful, brother.
A couple of swings. I'm asking for a couple of swings.
Dana's not giving your boy a couple swings.
Dana doesn't hate ratings. I know he's made
if I
his
get
money.
an inch, I take a mile.
All right, Dana White, listen to me. I love you, and Dana's great, and I helped you a little bit with that stand-up. Now, you had somebody write it for you, you bastard, but listen, I told you not to be nervous at least. I think Dana is a smart man who knows the difference.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why he was one of the people that built this fucking monster called the UFC. I believe if I put that into his brain, Dana, Look at me. Listen to me.
This is ridiculous.
Dana, you're a fan of mine. You've told me that. Now listen.
You've told me that.
You know I'd never steer you wrong.
every word because he's never lied.
You'd never steer me wrong. Dana. And Dana doesn't stay mad. He doesn't. Dana, do me a favor. Give him a couple cuts. Give the kid a couple cuts. That's all I'm asking for. Just give it a cut. And you get the job. 10%.
10%.
10%.
That's the first we've ever talked about this.
Yeah. I'm actually kind of
Sorry,
blown away.
Todd.
I'm blown away.
Poor Todd got roasted.
And by the way, hey, Joe, hey, Rogan, my boy, how about throwing my boy's name in a hat?
I've never even talked about being a professional analyst.
Oh, I got to call
I say
Joe.
some outlandish shit,
I don't
man.
care. I'm going to call Joe.
I might throw in a good douche or balls deep, and they can't have that on Fox.
I'm asking to take your name and at least toss it in the hat.
It's true.
All I'm asking you is to write his name down on a piece of paper and throw it in the hat.
See what happens.
That's all I'm fucking asking for. We've talked about this way too long, but now I'm riled up. I'm asking to if you could just float the name out there. Don't even write it down. Float it in the air. I don't have to see it. Float it in the air. Ming Ra, Brennan Schaub.
Yeah, hopefully they're over.
But you know what?
Stuff.
Go with fucking, what's his name? I've already forgotten his name.
Vanilla?
Yeah. Go with John Smith.